Installing Google Tag Manager on your website in 2026 is one of the simplest tasks that you can do. But the question is, can you actually validate that it's working as expected? Can you spot if Google Tag Manager is duplicated on your site? And most importantly, how do you validate that it's working as expected? In this video, I'll show you the main methods that people use to install Google Tag Manager. And most importantly, how you can validate that your site has it implemented correctly or not. If you're not familiar with Google Tag Manager, it's simply a tool that is designed so you can track user behavior and send it to ad destination like Facebook or Google Ads, and also analytics destination so you can understand the user behavior like Google Analytics. So the first thing that you would notice when you open Google Tag Manager for the first time is that there is an ID on the right hand corner over here, but it would be different from this one. It's unique per account. So that's essentially your Google Tag Manager ID. So when you click on it, it will give you some instructions to add this code snippet and this code snippet to your site, which brings us to the first method, installing this directly with our code. So if you are using a platform like Shopify or WordPress, it's fairly easy to open the code editor if you don't have a development team and add the code snippet. So I'm currently using a Shopify site, so let's see how this looks. And by the way, if you're using Magento, WordPress, or any other technology, you will do the same things, or you can just send those instructions to your development team. So copy this first snippet and then open your code base, and within the head section, this section, after the start from the first line or any other place, you'll basically paste the code. So that's the first thing that you need to do. Then go back, copy the second snippet, and as instructed, add it to the body section. So go back to Shopify or your CMS and scroll down to the body section. It is usually at the end of the first page, and you can just add it anywhere. So this is how you can install it using the code. The second method is designed for Shopify sites. On Shopify, you can create tracking pixel, install Google Tag Manager, and do all that fun stuff using something that is called custom pixel. So when you navigate to your Shopify settings and then click on customer events, you can create a custom pixel like the one in this example, and you can just add your code like what I have added over here for GTM. So if we go back to Google Tag Manager, you can see that it is the same script, but without the script wording. So from this part, from the function part till the end. So you can actually copy this code snippet over here and go and paste it in here, and it should work fine. And I have here additional code that is called data layer. And if you're not familiar with that, I'll leave a link that explains Google Tag Manager and the data layer so you can learn more about it. But it's one of the interesting and important topics when learning Google Tag Manager. The third method, and honestly, I don't prefer using it that much, is actually using a plugin. So if you are using a platform like Shopify or WordPress, these platforms have plugins or apps that you can just install to your site backend and use. So for example, here on my Shopify website, I just searched for Google Tag Manager and I was able to see lots of extensions that manage Google Tag Manager installations. Again, I don't recommend using that approach, as what I really prefer is having the GTM snippet code added to the code directly, or using custom pixel in case you're using Shopify. Now pay attention as I'll show you how to validate that Google Tag Manager was installed successfully on your site or not. So you'll need to open your Google Tag Manager container and hit this preview button, and we'll be using the Google Tag Manager preview mode to validate if the Google Tag Manager container is successfully installed on our website or not. Once the preview mode opens this tab, you'll just need to add in your website URL that you have installed this on and hit connect. This will open our website in a new tab. And to make sure that our Google Tag Manager is installed on this site, you'll just need to go back to the preview window. And over here, you should see the Google Tag Manager container that you have installed. And you can identify this if you are seeing many things like what I'm seeing right now. We're simply going back to the container and copying this ID or memorizing it and see if it exists over here. So I can see my ID existing over here, which means that Google Tag Manager is installed successfully. Lastly, I'll show you how you can check if Google Tag Manager installation code was added for more than one time, as essentially we need to have this added for one time only. So open your website. You don't have necessarily to use the preview mode. You can just open it in a new tab, right click on any part of the screen and hit inspect. Once you do that, this menu will pop up. You'll just need to go to the network panel over here, and then you'll just need to type gtm.js and hit refresh. What this would show you is it will show you all the Google Tag Manager containers that are implemented on your site. And if you are seeing a specific container ID for more than one time, this means that the container is added twice. The installation code is added twice to the site. For example, this container is showing as twice. And the reason is I actually have 2 custom pixels on my Shopify site where I have added the installation code just to demonstrate this for you guys. If you want to go beyond steps and actually understand how your data is being collected and excel in marketing analytics, I highly recommend taking my analytics confidence blueprint that I have designed specifically for marketers and non-technical users on how they can implement their tracking setup, understand their data, and trust the attribution that they are seeing. If you want to know more details about this, I'll leave the link pinned to the first comment. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. And also, if you have any idea for future content, or if you generally have a question or a tracking issue that you're seeing, make sure to leave them in the comment section. That was Ahmed, and I'll see you in the next video.